An ancient civilization, 12,000 years older than we thought. What they discovered in Turkey changes everything. Archaeologists have unearthed the ruins of an ancient city in eastern Turkey that they believe may be the oldest known urban settlement in the world. The settlement dates back to around 12,000 years ago, which is at least 3,000 years older than the previously known oldest city, Jericho, located in present-day Palestine. If these findings are accurate, it would rewrite history books and force us to completely rethink how human civilization began. So what exactly did they find? How was this discovery made? And why do some experts remain skeptical? Let's take a closer look. The excavation work was carried out by an international team of researchers led by Professor Klaus Schmidt from the University of Vienna. For many years, the team had been exploring the area of a tell, an archaeological term for a mound that forms over ancient ruins due to successive layers of occupation and use. This particular tell, named Ganita Tepesi, is located near the city of Erzurum in the mountains of eastern Turkey. Using ground-penetrating radar, the archaeologists detected distinct human-made structures beneath the surface. These structures included walls, towers, as well as other architectural elements pointing towards a large-scale settlement. Intrigued by their findings, the team decided to launch a full-scale excavation project to uncover the secrets of the tell. The excavations revealed that the city dates back to around 12,000 years ago, making it at least 3,000 years older than the previously known oldest city, Jericho. According to the researchers, the city was built shortly after the last ice age ended, and humans began to transition from a nomadic hunter-gatherer lifestyle to a more settled agricultural way of life. The settlement seems to have been home to around 20,000 people, who lived in houses made of mud brick and engaged in farming, herding, and trade. The city also featured advanced infrastructure such as paved streets, public buildings, and even a sophisticated irrigation system. What's more, the researchers discovered a wide range of artifacts within the settlement, including pottery, tools, and jewelry made from materials like copper, gold, and silver. Some of the artifacts suggest that the inhabitants of the city had contact with other cultures, such as the ancient Mesopotamian civilizations of Sumer and Akkad. Additionally, the team uncovered evidence of religious practices, including the remains of a temple and various ritual objects. The discovery of these religious structures suggests that the city had a strong connection to the supernatural and that its inhabitants held deep spiritual beliefs. Further analysis of these artifacts and structures is expected to shed more light on the religious practices of the civilization and their understanding of the world around them. The most intriguing aspect of the city is its sheer scale. According to Professor Schmidt, the city is much larger than any other known settlement from the same period. In fact, he believes that it was one of the first true cities in human history. The sheer size and complexity of the settlement indicate a high level of social organization and cooperation, as well as advanced knowledge of urban planning and engineering. This suggests that the civilization that built the city had developed complex social structures and systems of governance, as well as a sophisticated understanding of mathematics, geometry, and astronomy. These characteristics were previously thought to have emerged much later in human history. But the discovery of this ancient city challenges that assumption and suggests that human civilization may have developed much earlier and more rapidly than previously thought. The discovery of the city has been met with excitement and skepticism from the scientific community. Many experts are questioning whether a settlement of this size and complexity could have existed so early in human history. Some have even accused the research team of exaggerating their findings to make headlines. However, the lead archaeologist, Professor Schmidt, stands by his team's work and believes that the skeptics are misguided. He argues that the evidence is clear and that the city is a significant archaeological find. One of the main arguments against the city's age is that it predates the invention of pottery by several thousand years. Pottery is a defining characteristic of human civilization, and its absence from the city's ruins seems to contradict its advanced nature. However, Professor Schmidt points out that the absence of pottery does not necessarily imply a lack of sophistication. He argues that the inhabitants of the city may have used perishable materials, such as wood or leather, for everyday items, and that the lack of pottery should not be seen as a sign of a primitive society. He also notes that the settlement's sophisticated irrigation system suggests a high level of technological knowledge, as well as the ability to plan and execute large-scale projects. These characteristics do not align with a primitive society. Another argument against the city's age is that its inhabitants do not appear to have used metal tools or weapons, which were thought to be essential for the development of early civilizations. However, Professor Schmidt argues that the absence of metal artifacts does not necessarily indicate a lack of technological advancement. He suggests that the inhabitants may have used stone tools that were too small to be detected by modern archaeological methods. Alternatively, the metal tools may have been lost to history due to natural erosion or neglect. Furthermore, the presence of advanced architectural features, such as paved streets and public buildings, suggests that the city's inhabitants possessed sophisticated knowledge of construction techniques, which would have been necessary for the development of metalworking. In addition to the size and complexity of the settlement, the artifacts found within the city also challenge the conventional timeline of human civilization. The discovery of copper and gold items, for example, suggests that the city's inhabitants were engaged in long-distance trade networks, which were thought to have developed much later in human history. This challenges the traditional narrative that civilizations developed independently in different parts of the world. Instead, it suggests that there may have been earlier and more widespread networks of exchange and cultural diffusion than previously thought. The existence of such a sophisticated city 12,000 years ago would revolutionize our understanding of early human history. It would force us to completely rethink the origins and development of civilization. If these findings are accurate, it means that the traditional timeline we've been taught is wrong and that human societies were much more advanced than we think. It also raises questions about what happened to these civilizations and why we have no record of them in the historical texts. As more research is conducted and further evidence is uncovered, we may begin to piece together the story of this lost civilization and gain a deeper understanding of our own history. The discovery of this ancient city in Turkey is a testament to the ingenuity and curiosity of the human spirit. As we continue to explore the world around us, we never know what wonders we might uncover. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll find even older and more sophisticated settlements that will rewrite history books once again. The possibilities are endless, and the future of archaeology is bright. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on our latest videos. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up to support our work. You can also share it with your friends and family to spread the word. We value your support and can't wait to bring you more exciting discoveries from around the world. Until next time, happy exploring. And now over to you. What do you think about this amazing discovery? Would you like to visit the ancient city yourself and explore its mysterious ruins? Or perhaps you have some other thoughts or opinions you'd like to share with us. Either way, we'd love to hear from you in the comments below. So don't hesitate to join the conversation and let us know what you think. We appreciate your engagement and look forward to reading your comments. Thanks for watching and see you next time.